Friends, let's talk about something big. Something that can make India truly soar. I'm talking about jet engines. Yes, those powerful things that make planes fly. For too long, we've bought them from other countries. Imagine buying a car but always having to import its engine. That doesn't make sense, right? Self-reliance in aviation, especially in critical technologies like jet engines, is not just a fancy idea. It's about our nation's security. It means we are not dependent on others when it matters most. It means our armed forces can rely on Indian technology made by Indian hands for Indian skies. This is about being strong and independent, standing tall on the world stage. But it's not just about defense. Think bigger. When we make our own engines, we save a lot of money. Money that would otherwise go abroad. This saved money can be used for our schools, our hospitals, our roads. Making engines here also means creating jobs. Good, high-tech jobs for our bright young engineers and skilled workers. It means boosting our economy. And let's be honest, it's also about national pride. Imagine an Indian passenger plane flying with an Indian-made engine. Wouldn't that make your chest swell with pride? It shows the world that India is not just a land of software engineers, but also a hub for cutting-edge manufacturing and aerospace innovation. So how do we achieve this dream? It's not a one-man show. It needs a team effort, a powerful partnership between three key players. First, our academic institutions, the IITs, IISc and NITs. They are the brains, the source of knowledge and research. Think of them as the teachers who lay the foundation. Second, our startups. They are the nimble innovators, full of fresh ideas and energy. They are like the young, bright students who challenge the old ways. And third, our private sector, including the MSMEs and larger companies. They are the builders, the ones who can manufacture these complex machines at scale and with quality. They bring the muscle and the know-how to get things done. This essay is about how these three forces, academia, startups, and the private sector can come together, how they can collaborate to kickstart an engine revolution in India. We will look at specific strategies. We will see real-world examples. We will discuss the challenges, yes, but more importantly, the massive opportunities. This journey is about building more than just engines. It's about building a stronger, more self-reliant, and more awesome India. It's about our collective ambition to see India fly high, powered by its own ingenuity and hard work. Let's explore how we can make this happen together. Our academic institutions are like the foundation of a massive skyscraper. Without a strong foundation, the building cannot stand tall. Similarly, without cutting-edge research from our universities and technical institutes, our dream of indigenous jet engines cannot take off. Institutions like the Indian Institutes of Technology, IITs, the Indian Institute of Science, IISc, and the National Institutes of Technology, NITs, are our national treasures. They are filled with brilliant minds, professors and students, who are passionate about science and engineering. Their role is to dive deep into the complex world of propulsion technologies. This means studying everything from how fuel burns most efficiently to how air flows through an engine at supersonic speeds. Think of these premier institutions as our research and development powerhouses. They need to focus on fundamental research. This includes areas like advanced thermodynamics, which is the science of heat and energy. It includes fluid dynamics, understanding how gases move. And critically, materials science, developing new materials that can withstand extreme temperatures and pressures inside a jet engine. These are not easy subjects, but our academic brains are up to the task. They can create specialized centers of excellence focused solely on aero engine technologies. This will create a hub of knowledge and expertise that can drive innovation for decades to come, ensuring a continuous flow of new ideas. One fantastic way for them to amplify their impact is to form consortia. Imagine all the top IITs, IISc, and NITs working together, sharing their findings, their labs, and their brainpower. Like a super team of scientists and engineers, all focused on one national goal, cracking the jet engine code. This collaborative approach can prevent duplication of effort. It can help solve complex problems faster. They can jointly develop curricula that are specifically tailored to aerospace and propulsion, creating a new generation of specialists. This teamwork is crucial because the challenge is big, and no single institution can do it all alone. United, our academic strength becomes formidable. And let's not forget the most important output of these institutions, our young people. These universities are not just about research papers, they are about nurturing talent. They are about inspiring young Indians to dream big and to pursue careers in challenging fields like aerospace. We need a steady pipeline of highly skilled engineers, metallurgists, and designers who are passionate about building India's future in the skies. By providing world-class education and research opportunities, our academic sector is laying the groundwork. They are planting the seeds for a vibrant aerospace ecosystem that will benefit our country for generations. This is where the journey to self-reliance truly begins, in the lecture halls and laboratories of our nation. If our academic institutions are the wise old gurus, then startups are the young, energetic warriors. They bring a different kind of magic to the table: speed, agility, and a hunger to innovate. In the complex world of jet engine development, startups can play a super important role. They are not afraid to take risks. They can focus on very specific niche problems and come up with brilliant solutions. Think of them as speedboats that can navigate tricky waters much faster than a large ship. India's startup ecosystem is already buzzing, and we need to channel some of that energy towards aerospace and defense. This is where the next big breakthroughs can come from. What kind of areas can these startups conquer? Well, jet engines need some very special things. For example, high-temperature materials. Inside an engine, it gets hotter than a furnace. Startups can work on developing new alloys or ceramic matrix composites that can withstand these extreme conditions, making engines more efficient and durable. Then there are advanced sensors. Modern engines are full of sensors that monitor everything from temperature and pressure to vibrations. Startups can design smaller, smarter, and more robust sensors. And of course, three-dimensional printing, or additive manufacturing. This technology allows us to print complex metal parts layer by layer, which can be a game changer for making intricate engine components quickly and cheaply. To make this happen, these startups need a launchpad. They need support. This is where incubation centers come in. These centers, often linked to universities or research parks, can provide startups with office space, mentorship, access to labs, and initial funding. Government policies should also actively encourage and fund aerospace startups. We need to make it easier for bright engineers with great ideas to start their own companies. Imagine a dedicated fund for deep tech startups in aerospace. This would send a strong signal that India is serious about fostering innovation in this critical sector. It's about creating an environment where new ideas can flourish and grow. The beauty of startups is their ability to solve problems quickly. While large organizations might take years to develop a new component, a focused startup could potentially do it in months. They can experiment, fail fast, learn, and iterate. This dynamism is exactly what India's jet engine program needs. These small, agile companies can become vital partners for larger defense PSUs and private companies, supplying them with innovative components and technologies. They are not just creating products, they are creating a culture of innovation that can ripple through the entire aerospace ecosystem, pushing everyone to think smarter and work faster. Now, let's talk about the actual making of things. The nuts, the bolts, the intricate parts that come together to form a jet engine. This is where our micro, small, and medium enterprises, MSMEs, and the larger private sector companies step in. They are the hands that build, the muscle that manufactures. MSMEs are often called the backbone of our economy, and for good reason. They are incredibly versatile and can produce a wide variety of high-precision components. For jet engines, we need many such critical parts. Things like specialized bearings that allow parts to rotate smoothly at high speeds, advanced seals that prevent leaks of hot gases, and precise nozzle actuators that control the engine's thrust. These MSMEs can become our Tier 2 and Tier 3 suppliers. Think of it like a pyramid. At the top, you have the company assembling the final engine. Below them are Tier 1 suppliers making major sub-assemblies, and below them are the MSMEs, providing the essential smaller components and specialized services. We need to empower these MSMEs. They need access to technology, training in quality control processes specific to aerospace, and financial support to upgrade their machinery. When our MSMEs are strong and capable, our entire supply chain for jet engines becomes robust and reliable. This creates a deep manufacturing ecosystem within the country. Beyond the MSMEs, we have larger private sector companies. These players bring scale, sophisticated manufacturing processes, and experience in managing complex projects and supply chains. They can invest in state-of-the-art factories, implement stringent quality control measures, because in aerospace there's no room for error, and manage the logistics of sourcing thousands of parts. The private sector can also partner with global aerospace giants, bringing in technology and best practices. Their involvement is crucial for moving from prototypes developed in labs to mass production of world-class engines. This is about building industrial capacity that can compete globally. The key here is integration. We need a system where academia, startups, MSMEs, and large private companies all work together seamlessly, like different parts of a well-oiled machine. The government and lead integrators like DRDO or HAL can play a role in orchestrating this ecosystem. They can help MSMEs connect with larger companies, ensure quality standards are met, and create platforms for collaboration. When all these building blocks are in place, the research from academia, the innovation from startups, the precision components from MSMEs, and the manufacturing prowess of the private sector, then India's engine revolution will truly gain momentum. It's about creating a national team for a national mission. Section 5. Real-world wins collaboration taking off in India. This isn't just wishful thinking, my friends. This kind of collaboration is already starting to happen in India. We are seeing green shoots, real examples of how academia, DRDO, startups, and private players are joining hands. These early successes show us the path forward. They give us confidence that our dream of self-reliance in jet engines is achievable. For instance, look at the long-standing collaboration between IIT Bombay and the Defence Research and Development Organisation, or DRDO. IIT Bombay has been involved in critical research areas related to gas turbine engines, providing valuable insights and solutions for DRDO's projects. This is a perfect example of how academic expertise can directly support national defence programs. These partnerships go beyond just theoretical research. IIT Bombay, for example, has contributed to understanding complex combustion phenomena within engines and has worked on material fatigue and performance. This kind of deep, sustained collaboration ensures that the knowledge generated in our universities is directly applied to solve real-world challenges faced by our engine development programs. It also helps train students on live projects, making them industry-ready. When our brightest academic minds work closely with our defense scientists, the results can be truly powerful. This synergy is vital for building indigenous capability in such a high-technology domain, reducing our dependence on foreign consultants. Then there are dynamic startups like Intech DMLs. This Bengaluru-based company is a fantastic example of how new-age enterprises are making a mark in aerospace. Intech DMLS specializes in metal three-dimensional printing, also known as additive manufacturing. They are designing and producing complex aerospace components using this cutting-edge technology. This is not just about making parts, it's about revolutionizing how parts are made, faster, lighter, and often with improved performance characteristics. They have successfully supplied components for both Indian and international aerospace projects, showcasing the kind of global quality our startups can achieve. This is innovation in action, contributing directly to our aerospace ambitions. These examples, and many others like them, are more than just isolated stories. They are proof of concept. They demonstrate that the collaborative model works. When DRDO needs a specific technological solution, it can turn to an IIT. When a complex component needs to be manufactured quickly using advanced techniques, a startup like Intech DMLS can step in. This ecosystem approach, where different players contribute their unique strengths, is what will accelerate India's journey towards mastering jet engine technology. These real-world wins are the fuel that will power our bigger ambitions, showing everyone that Made in India in aerospace is not just a slogan, but a growing reality. Section 6. the people's engine crafting India's civil aviation dream. So far, we've talked a lot about engines for defense, and that's super important. But India is a vast country with a rapidly growing economy and a rising middle class. More and more Indians want to fly. They want to connect with families, explore new places, and do business across the country. This means we also need our own civil jet engine program. Think about it. Most passenger planes flying in India today use engines made by foreign companies. This means a huge outflow of money for purchasing and maintaining these engines. It's time we aim to power our own civil aviation growth with Indian-made engines. Why is a civil engine program so crucial? First, the economic benefits are massive. Developing and manufacturing civil jet engines domestically would save billions of dollars in imports. It would create a whole new industry with thousands of high-quality jobs, from research and design to manufacturing and maintenance. Second, it would give a huge boost to our regional connectivity plans. We want to connect smaller towns and cities by air. Having our own affordable and reliable engines, perhaps for smaller regional jets, would make these routes more viable. It would truly democratize air travel, making it accessible to more Indians across the length and breadth of our nation. So, what kind of engine are we talking about? Experts suggest that India should strategically aim to develop a high bypass turbofan engine in the 90 to 110 kilonewton thrust class. This is the sweet spot for powering regional jets and smaller narrow-body aircraft, which are in high demand globally and particularly suited for many Indian domestic routes. Developing such an engine is a complex multi-year undertaking. It requires a clear roadmap, sustained investment, and a focused national effort. We would need to master technologies related to high bypass ratios for fuel efficiency, advanced materials for lighter weight, and sophisticated control systems for optimal performance and safety. This isn't just about building an engine, it's about building national capability. It's about saying to the world, India can do this. A successful civil engine program would be a symbol of our technological maturity. It would enhance our reputation as an engineering powerhouse. Imagine regional airlines in India proudly flying planes powered by Shakti or Tejas civilian engines, names that resonate with Indian strength and brilliance. This is the dream, an engine for the people, by the people of India, connecting India and taking our aviation sector to new heights. This is a goal worth striving for, a challenge worth embracing for a more prosperous and connected India. Section 7. Global Handshakes, Smart Partnerships for a Stronger India. While our goal is self-reliance, it doesn't mean we have to do everything alone, locked away from the world. That's not smart. In today's interconnected world, strategic partnerships are key to rapid progress, especially in complex fields like aerospace. Think of it like learning from a senior player who has already mastered the game. We can collaborate with global aerospace giants, companies like Safran from France or Rolls-Royce from the UK. These companies have decades of experience, cutting-edge technologies, and established global supply chains. Working with them can help us learn faster and avoid reinventing the wheel. These partnerships should not be just about buying engines off the shelf. That's the old way. The new way is about co-development, joint ventures, and genuine technology transfer. We should look for collaborations where Indian engineers work alongside global experts, designing and developing the next generation of engines. This allows us to absorb critical know-how, understand best practices in design and manufacturing, and gain access to advanced technologies that might take us years to develop on our own. It's about building our own capabilities by learning from the best in the business, ensuring that the technology truly takes root in India. The benefits of such smart partnerships are huge. Firstly, as we've discussed, it will save us a massive amount of foreign exchange that we currently spend on importing engines. This money can be reinvested in India. Secondly, it will create a significant number of high-skilled jobs for our engineers and technicians, not just in manufacturing, but also in research, design and MRO, maintenance, repair and overhaul. An indigenous engine industry, even one kick-started with international collaboration, will spur the growth of a whole ecosystem of ancillary industries, providing further employment and economic activity across the country for many years to come. Furthermore, developing our own civil jet engines, perhaps initially with a partner, can give a big push to our regional airline development. More affordable and locally supported engines mean lower operating costs for airlines, making it easier to connect to smaller cities. And who knows, one day, India could even become an exporter of jet engines or critical engine components to other countries. Imagine made in India, engines powering aircraft in Asia, Africa, or Latin America. Smart collaborations today can lay the foundation for India to become a significant player in the global aerospace market tomorrow, bringing both economic prosperity and international prestige. Section 8. India on the global stage. Our ascent in aerospace technology. So where does India stand right now in this high-stakes global race for aerospace technology? Let's be realistic. Countries like the United States, the United Kingdom, France, Russia, and even China have a head start. They have been investing in and developing jet engine technology for many decades. They have established ecosystems, massive budgets, and experienced manpower. It's like a marathon where others started running long before us. However, this doesn't mean we can't catch up. India has immense talent, a growing economy, and a strong political will to succeed in this domain. We are the underdog with a lot of fight. We are not starting from scratch. India has already made significant advancements that we can be proud of. The Gas Turbine Research Establishment, GTRE, part of DRDO, has been working on engine development for years. A major achievement is the successful design and development of an indigenous engine core, famously known as the Kaveri core in its initial military avatar. The core is the heart of the jet engine, the most complex part. Mastering core technology is a huge step. We have also developed capabilities in high-altitude testing of engines, which is crucial for ensuring they perform reliably under extreme conditions. These are not small feats. Our scientists and engineers have also made strides in other critical areas. For example, we have developed expertise in single crystal blade casting. These blades, used in the turbine section of the engine, have to withstand incredible temperatures and stresses. Making them perfectly is a highly specialized skill. We have also designed and developed our own FADEC systems, full authority digital engine control. This is essentially the brain of the engine, controlling its operation with great precision. These are all complex technologies that only a handful of countries possess. These achievements build a strong foundation for future, more ambitious projects. Moreover, our strategic partnerships are helping us accelerate our learning curve. By collaborating with global leaders, as we discussed, India is smartly leapfrogging certain developmental stages. We are not just importing, we are absorbing technology and co-creating. This approach, combined with our own indigenous efforts, is steadily improving India's position. We are moving from being just a buyer to becoming a designer and manufacturer. Our ascent in aerospace technology might be gradual, but it is steady and determined. The world is taking note of India's growing capabilities and ambitions in this critical sector. Our journey has truly begun. Section 9. Beyond Kaveri fueling India's unstoppable flight to a bright future. Let's talk about the Kaveri engine program. Yes, it faced setbacks. It didn't meet all its original targets for the Tejas fighter jet. Some people might call it a failure, but I see it differently. The Kaveri program, despite its challenges, was not a waste. Far from it. Think of it as a tough training ground. It taught us invaluable lessons. It helped us understand the immense complexities of designing and building a modern jet engine. It forced us to develop new skills, set up new facilities, and confront problems that we had never faced before. This learning is priceless. The Kaveri program, in fact, has significantly strengthened the foundation for India's entire aerospace ecosystem. It led to the creation of specialized labs, testing facilities, and a pool of engineers and scientists with hands-on experience in gas turbine technology. Many of the advancements we talked about earlier, like the indigenous core, blade casting, and FADEC development, have their roots in the efforts made during the Kaveri project. So instead of seeing it as a closed chapter, we should see Kaveri as a critical stepping stone, one that has prepared us better for future projects, including the development of engines for our fighter jets and our civil aviation dreams. What we need now is a clear national vision, a collective will to succeed. This isn't just a job for DRDO or HAL. It requires a Team India effort. The government must provide sustained funding and policy support. Our academic institutions must continue to push the boundaries of research. Our startups must bring their innovative spark. And our private sector, including MSMEs, must gear up for quality manufacturing at scale. Everyone has a role to play in this national mission. Achieving self-reliance in jet engine technology is a marathon, not a sprint. It requires patience, perseverance, and a belief in our own capabilities. The dream is simple, yet powerful. Indian aircraft, both military and civilian, flying high with engines designed, developed, and manufactured in India. This is not just about technology. It's about national pride, economic prosperity, and strategic autonomy. It's about showing the world, and ourselves, what India can achieve. The journey will be challenging, no doubt, but with our talent, our determination, and a spirit of collaboration, we can make this dream a reality. Let's work together to give India its own wings, to make our nation truly soar. The sky is not the limit, it's just the beginning for an awesome India. Jai Hind!